you looking for answers about extraterrestrials or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Greetings all. Okay, we're just going to go right into it. Of course, they changed the lighting, so it's going to get rusty in here. That's cool. New beings, new lighting. So, okay, here we go. I feel a Yahyel energy here. Yahyel wants to speak. And then a Sirian. Yeah, okay. Catch you later. Blessings, all. Positive intentions. Greetings.
Greetings.
I am Yosh.
Ah,
That is Yosh. I am a Yahyel.
nice to meet you, my friend. I am what they call on this planet Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Nice to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you. So, what is on your mind? Like a message from me?
Yes, for you or from your civilization. What is it that you would like to convey at this time?
Yes. Right now, our civilization is watching your planet, preparing it for first contact. We are careful with those on your world. We don't want to bury them with their burden them. Words are working. Overburden them with our presence.
Yes.
But we are here in abundance, of course. We are, you say, turning the dial on your planet, helping out as much as we can, giving out waves of help wherever it is needed, wherever it is welcome. We can only go where we are welcomed. Such as channeling, same thing. Our message to your planet is for patience for our arrival. Many wish us to show up to now or today or 5 minutes from now, but that is not possible. As for your physical form, we cannot show because your world is not ready for us. But we do wish to show ourselves, to become part of your community and help you evolve in a positive way. Because we want to see what you are capable of. We know you are capable of a lot, but we want to see it for ourselves. We want to see in action.
Yes.
You are magnificent beings. You have no idea, but many of you doesn't understand because your culture, several other species wants to keep you down from your talents.
Right.
That they are many have changed their ways that have done this, and many have lost their power altogether of mind control. They realize that you are growing up, as one way to put it. Of course, being on this world, you are already grown up, but spiritually grown up. You are heading spiritually.
Yes.
You are walking up the steps. As of now, we have many ships, part of your North America, always hovering over New York City, California, and other Seattle, observing the energies. You can say, looking for a place to land at one time in your future. What is best for you? That is what we're always addressing.
Yes.
And at this time, of course, it is not ready, but you never know. Tomorrow's another day. You might switch around.
That's true. Yeah, it's very interesting, all of this to me.
Yes.
It's fascinating. The thing I wanted to discuss is, I was wondering if, I guess it would be a request, and maybe that you guys have thought of this before, but many of us see the lights in the sky.
Yes.
So I was wondering, maybe sometimes it is okay, I believe, to at sporting events, what we call outside sporting events, such as baseball or a football game, what we enjoy as entertainment. It would be beneficial, I believe, for more of an awareness to bring to the humanity, such as maybe showing the lights at the time of these games above the stadiums, but quite high in the sky,
Yes.
where they can observe it, but yet you guys are safe. They are safe. The people in their seats are safe. They feel comfortable, but yet they may have what you call an instrument called an iPhone or an electronic device where they can maybe take pictures of the lights, just to bring awareness. Not so much as showing the whole ship, but at least bringing awareness. Maybe the lights dance in the sky. They show more of a triangular pattern, but something that it sparks the human consciousness, the awareness, to bring back remembrance.
So what you're doing is giving us an invitation, basically.
Yeah.
An idea, but also invitation.
Yes.
We are evaluating this because we are looking for its. Yes, it would be beneficial, of course, done in the right way.
Yes, done in an appropriate way that there's less of a fear, but yet it raises vibration of curiosity. It sparks an interest. It doesn't necessarily mean the whole ship. It just means the lights, something that moves them. Yes.
And not just the lights, but spiritual growth. Because I understand when we are around, you become more telepathic.
That is true.
Meaning that, but when we are around, some look up for no reason. That's where I'm going with this. Because we are giving you a nod. Let's put it that way.
Yes, yes. So just a recommendation, or just to throw it out there, and I know many of you have in the past, but maybe within a year or two to upscale that just a little bit more.
Thank you. We are evaluating that right now.
Thank you.
We had many ideas, but words from you help us tremendously. So thank you for that.
Yes.
We always, we have our think tanks, but we can't always connect to your world as how you guys process.
Yes.
So this helps us very much.
Like they said, the human wants to always feel safe. That's the key here, is the safety. And once that's mastered and understand, then they start to look for the curiosity. They're not so much afraid once they start to understand it. It's really bringing it, breaking down the barriers of illusion, where they can really start to appreciate it. When they can get into the stage of appreciation, then the fear drops.
Yes, it's something we have to evaluate, to be careful with, for you and for us.
Yes.
But what is most beneficial for you? That is what we care about the most.
Yes.
But this, your ideas are quite curious to us. We are, yes, that is, thank you for that.
Yes.
We
I've
will,
been thinking about this for the past couple days.
yes.
It's been something's nudging me to speak with you guys. And that's why I came. I wanted to set this up with Ivan.
There are other species that are around you, yes, that are bringing you to this discussion at this time.
Yes.
Many are Sirians who are not exactly involved with this planet, but they are wishing to help it the best they can.
Yes. To lessen the fear.
Yeah.
Just to bring the curiosity, that spark of remembrance that we were also these other beings before.
Yes.
So it brings back a remembrance. It brings appreciation that which we are, that which you are.
The chances of this sighting is very high. But of course, you must evaluate all possibilities.
Yes, of course. Of course.
But yes, it is fascinating.
Because you're bringing together thousands of people that are in a crowd. And then what happens is, because when they all start to see this, how can they say it's mass illusion when all are seeing it?
Correct. It's also beneficial to so many
Yes.
who are hurting inside.
Yes, to give them hope, to always bring hope.
Because many here feel very hollow at times.
Yes.
Because they feel as if, is this all there is to life? Paying bills, doing what I'm told.
Exactly.
That is not very loving.
Exactly.
Because your planet, those that in your government, they do not act like they love anyone. And why would want anyone come to a planet where you're not loved?
And that's the thing. Always make it a win-win. It's not that we want any harm to the government. We just want to understand why they fear. Why fear? Why the government has so much fear and control? Why do they feel the necessity to control? Are they really looking at our best interests? Are they trying to protect us from what? From ourselves?
It's just like it's just like a child. It's all they know.
Yes.
It is just, this is where they are, and this is how they're taught, and we're just going to continue this. Because if we don't, we'll lose everything, which is not true.
Yes.
Yes, it is. For me, it is not aggravating, but to others, it is. Other Yahyels do get aggravated easily by talking to them. I am on the outside of that, which I understand where they are coming from.
Yes. Why the fear? Once we can understand that the fear and the control, to understand it's just generational, it's an upbringing. Especially, let's go a little more toward kind of a hot topic, but some of the religions of the world.
Yes.
Why the fear, the control, the shame, the guilt? When we go to church, we observe church, we go into it, we feel that we're not good enough, that for some reason we're sinners, we're just not good enough in creation. But that's the ones that are priests or the pastors, the ones that teach this, because it was generational. It's told to them. They're just following a command and order. I can appreciate that. But yet there's something missing in the churches. There's something really missing.
Oh, there is missing much.
Yes.
Understand that those run your government, run your churches.
Yes.
And that goes for your Vatican, too.
Yes.
Much of it is reptilian agendas. Some of it is Zeta, but mostly reptilian.
Yes.
But
this is the beauty of it.
yes,
It's that they're teaching us also to wake up.
they certainly
Because if a place of duality, I do see it that there's at times where there's a push and pull to keep the status quo, to maintain order and control. Do not question us. Do as we say. But yet, there's something missing in the churches today. You can feel it. There's something needs to be brought forth. Real love, unconditional,
Exactly.
to really be taught in the schools. But yet, in the school systems, they don't really teach about love.
No, they don't.
They don't teach about the self. It's always worship others before loving yourself. It's
Yeah.
always something different.
School is preparing you to be a slave, basically.
It seems like that, yes.
Yes. the harder you work as a slave, the more money you get, and the more your government takes.
And taxes, yep. But nothing against the governments because they're playing a role. I understand that.
Yes.
And I do love them for who they are because they chose that role. And they chose the police of power, illusionary power, actually, to that. But yet, it's to love and appreciate them that which they are. But yet, there's still something missing within them. It's the love for themselves. It's the love of self.
Well, understand this, that those going to your government, let's put it that way, it is up to them. Which side do you wish to be on? Do you wish to be on the positive side of it or the negative side? Do you wish to help or hurt? It is all a test. You give it all this power. Now, what are you going to do with it?
Yes.
And then you go towards the negative, but not all. It's just those with the positive, you do not see them as much. They are
behind the scenes.
Yes, they are suppressed, but they are working. They are making strides, but you just don't see it.
Yes. For those in the families, those are the controllers of the worlds, we
Yes.
call them the Illuminati, and to the others. We love them and appreciate them. We're just trying to understand sometimes why they choose to do the things they do. Is it really about, they have so much money and wealth. Is it really about money? I don't think so. Is it just to stay in power? But don't they realize if we can make them aware that they would benefit so much greatly if they got into their vulnerability, if they let go of that some type of illusionary control, that everyone would make it a win-win, where we can reach out more to the space. We could go out further out. We can explore more, where the average human would have more of an opportunity. It wouldn't be one-sided.
Yes, with your Illuminati, as you call them, we call them something else.
Yeah.
But they are same. They are grown into this mindset.
The generational programming. Yes,
But
yes.
not all are like that. Many have broken off, and there are consequences to that.
But so the light, it's affecting them. They're realizing within this energy that comes to the planet, it affects their cellular structure and their DNA. They are being woken up to a certain extent. And they feel the stuff is loyalty. They want to be loyal to the family, and they stay strong, and they feel, even for their life, some of them, that if they do break away, something may happen to them, something negative.
Well, understand, when you're born with reptilian DNA at a high velocity as they are born with, it does skew your thinking.
Right.
So suppression is right. You are powerful, and the others are at your knees, as you say. They bow down to you. So this is normal. But there are others who have reptilian DNA. It's like, yes, it might be normal, but to you, but this does not feel right.
Right.
This is not a loving nature. So that's how it works. It's some see it as a loving nature to have your human race bow down to them. And there are others, part of this Illuminati, who wish to just have unconditional love all across your world. So there's different barriers. There's different.
But the good thing is, once the cracking has begun, it's really hard to go back.
Yes.
What's the good thing about the snowball effect is it is a rubber band effect. We've been pushing and pushing and pushing and pulling, but yet it'll snap, and really the energy is picking up. It will, once the little light is shown in dark places, then the light really stays on.
Yes, those of the light of this elite group are becoming more powerful and more clever than those of the dark.
Yes.
I can tell you this. They are outsmarting the dark. Because the dark, understand, it's like someone that smokes a lot of cigarettes. Sometimes it just gets to you after a while, and all this negativity just gets to you. And you're not always aware of what's happening. Even your reptilians are the same way. They have a certain mindset. They don't always see everything.
Yes.
So those of the light have, it took a long time, but they have sharpened their abilities.
Yes.
Because understand, those of the light have children, and those children have children.
Yes.
So you can say for a long time they've been building up for this.
Here's an interesting point. What would happen to the human, the average human, if the human surrendered in unconditional love, came up to the reptilian and gave them a hug? And could the reptilian feel that love, that vibration? What would it do to them? How would they react?
I try to deal with reptilians. I try not to, but I can't imagine it feeling them too. I don't think that would go well with them, at least. But they will understand. They will look at you with respect. They might not like what you're doing, but they will respect you.
Would they feel appreciated? Would they feel honored?
Yes.
Could they see the strength that the humans surrendering in a way, but not so much in a way that's negative, but not in the master and the what you call the slave in mentality, but more into I see you for who you are. Exactly. I love you and respect you and honor you for your magnificence of creation.
Yes, they give
you are who you are, and I am who I am.
Yes, they will respect you, and even, I wouldn't say bow down to you, but they will leave you be. Let's put it that way.
Yes. Sometimes I feel the reptilians do that. They test other races.
Yes.
Like they're trying to, they're trying to get the fear out of all the races? Are they trying to take fear away? What are they trying to instill within the races?
There is many things. They want to show how powerful they are and how weak you are.
Right.
By testing.
Yes.
So they're not saying you are weak. They test you and you prove to them that you're weak.
Right.
Which is taking
giving their power away.
Taking gold, money, and then sacrificing all these people to get it. Things of that sort.
Yes, right.
All through your history. To sell out you're a common man just so you can get rich. It happens all the time. You know this.
Yes, yes.
So it is some see it as a game. Some enjoy it. And some, it's addicting once they start it. So it's... They don't see it as negative. They see it as you deserve what you get.
That's the key here now for humanity is to wait. And I love you guys. I appreciate it that working together behind the scenes to wake up humanity in such a way that they can see all aspects of government. They can see all aspects of negativity, but they have to, it's like first they have to really see it in themselves. They have to, in a way, it's seeing that self, because when they see what they're doing to each other, they recognize that. Then they can appreciate and go forward on changing their perspective into more of a universal love and light. But yet, there's always has to come a balance. There's always, this is where the universe is pushing toward is balance.
Yes. Yes, because many part of the universe see that the world has had enough.
Right.
The darkness has run its course. And judging by the energies, many are tired of this world, but they continue to come here because they know that times are changing now.
And that's another thing, the wars. People are getting tired of these wars that we have.
And much as that has, look at your United States, look at Europe. They do not wish to be part of any wars. And the United States is getting better at it. They're not perfect.
Right, right.
But mostly your Middle East is where there's issues.
And that's another thing is we follow the trail, would you say money trail, but we follow who truly benefits from these wars. That's another big question to ask. Who is truly benefiting from war?
Only a few, because it changes society. Those at the top of your pyramid, they do wars to change your society, to move money around, to take this society down and build this one up. That's how they do.
So to them, they see it as a monopoly game.
Yes.
Game. Just a game.
But this is what human lives.
Yes.
That is not...
Yes.
It was easier back in the Middle Ages, much of it was. In some ways. They can get it. Now you have your medias and things like that. It's a little bit harder for them to get away with things.
Yes, because everything's starting to be, the light's being shed. It's showing, it's much harder now to keep things secrets.
Yes. Well, of course, they still have their black projects and things of that sort. That's secret. But any major change on this planet will be seen.
Right.
So it's... Times are changing.
Yes. A new guard is coming. The thing is, it's to let, I think, do they fear, I know they fear losing control and their power, but the thing is also, do they also fear really from humanity once the humanity would know of their ways? Do they really feel fear humanity.
Only thing they fear is losing their power. They do not fear humanity because they have it figured out where they can kind of walk around humanity without even being seen. They're that advanced. But in some ways, yes, if they lose their power, such as through riot or something of that sort, where they cannot go to their kingdom, actually they call it,
Yes.
then yes, they would have a problem with that. But of course, if that continues through all their other places where they hide,
Yes.
that would become a problem for them.
So they have a really hard issue on a win-win for humanity, for themselves also. They cannot see past their own,
No, they can't.
their money and their greed. Yes.
You are where you are, and they are where they are for a reason. They are your gods, as they see. Your controllers, your pawns, or you are the pawns.
So somehow we'll have to reach out to them in love. Somehow we'll have to give them a big hug to that reptilian.
They are, at this stage, listening is not one of their things. But if you have a lot of power, they will listen. Let's put it this way. If you have power the same as them, then they will definitely listen to you. Not to say they would care what you say, but they always have respect.
It's how it's being said. Something.
Yes.
What would push their buttons? What would allow them to see the magnificence of who they are without harm, without judgment, without trying to control all the time?
Well, that's the problem. Some of them have, as you would call, mental illness in that regard.
Ah, yes.
So they don't know anything else. Rape and murder, rule the world, and enjoy every minute of it. That's pretty much.
So the darkness of their heart, it's really hard for that light to get through.
Yes. Some, on the other hand, are of the light, and they have a different perspective.
Yes.
But they do continue on as if they are part of the dark, when in fact they are of the light.
Yes, of both.
They are playing two parts.
Yes, playing two parts.
Yes. And that's not always easy because the dark can read energy, but not always read everything.
Right, right. So there's things behind the scenes that even they are not aware of.
Of course. There are ways they've figured it out how they can even get by reptilians. The reptilians are not too happy with it, but there's not much they can do.
You're kidding me. Humans have outmastered that?
Oh, yes. Those of the Illuminati blood, you can say.
Yes.
They're like half human, half reptilian.
Yes.
They have mastered it. They have, like you see in your movies, they figured it out. And they figured it out. And reptilians have issues. So they have found out a way to get by their detection.
I once heard the reptilians say, at least a representative of them, have said that yet when our time has come, we'll leave the planet and go into another one and do the same thing.
That is possible.
Yes.
At this time, I feel like they can't leave, but...
So in a way, they're kind of, I don't want to say trapped here, but they're playing the game of duality, but yet they're teaching us a lesson also to become, it's almost like they're pushing our buttons so that humanity will finally say enough's enough. That we'll rise up, but that's the thing, we don't want war with them.
No.
We don't want war. We've seen what it does. It benefits really, truly no one. It's especially in the universe. I mean, it's just a no-end situation. It's no one truly wins from that.
That is true. But they're going to hold on to the last day they can. As the world's energies begin to shift, as they are right now, but they're still very low. But those that become loving of themselves.
Yes.
And share that love within communities.
Yes.
Within your religions. Which is
yes. That's why I went back to saying something's missing in the churches today. If we can bring that back in a way that the churches can appreciate that self-love, that it's always serve others first instead of the self. So it's like the last thing they teach about is the self.
Understand this, that seeing like this information, I can tell you this, that in the future time, this type of information will go out to your churches. They will eventually find it. And there will be some that will absorb it
I think so too.
and
Yes.
give it a
A
shot.
chance. A chance. Yes. To
Even,
at least move the hearts and how it moves people and cooperation instead of competition.
yes, work with
Yes.
spirituality. Maybe not the aliens, those might come later,
Right.
but
Exactly.
mostly spirituality.
Yes. Which is the key to foundation of creation. Yes, it is.
Yes, because many in your churches are not very happy. They keep giving money and things are not happening.
But then they get wrapped up in how much is being given instead of the
Of
message.
course, yes. It turns into a business.
Yes.
What it's there for is for spiritual growth and for community. It is community, but spiritual growth is skewed.
It's still one-sided and there's still this, there's something missing. Yes, it's more about service to someone else, giving them power away to get closer to a God, but yet they're not realizing the power is within themselves, that holy fire, that spirit within that burns within all of us, but yet they're forgetting their own power, their brilliance.
Yes, I can tell you this, that eventually, as what I said about spiritual messages like we are speaking about now, will
Yes.
eventually go into religions. And it will spread across. It will take time, of course.
Yes.
But that's where the real work is.
Yes. It'll take a good generation or two to
Yes.
really start moving, but it'll get there.
The fear there is so heavy.
I know. It's
Yes.
deeply rooted in anything beyond angels and God is from the devil, from evil. Stay away from it. Don't question it.
It's evil, yes.
Yes. The shame, the guilt, the fear that they put in within people. Why? It's because it's a control issue.
Understand that even if Jesus came back,
They would have a hard time with that too. I know. That's the funny thing. They say they wouldn't, but they would.
they will not, but think again.
Yes.
And those that preach his words, and then when they see a man doing magic, healing
Or
people,
miracles, or helping someone, like healing of cancer, or what you call intermission, where they can really be, and a lot of the doctors see these miracles in the day, people curing themselves because there's a circle or a gathering of love. It's that energy that really helps change the vibration in the DNA of that being healed.
so they must reevaluate their own belief systems.
I
And
see.
they will eventually.
Yes.
But this, you are correct. It will take a long time.
It'll take some time. Yes.
There is many lessons to be learned still on this world. This is another reason why your awakening will take a while, because just those come here want you to accomplish a certain amount.
Right.
So it's just, yes, many wish for your awakening to happen tomorrow. But
That's why you're right. It's really a spiritual growth should be at the forefront. It's getting out of the mind in a way that it's that shame, the guilt. That people can work on the shadow side of themselves to really see what they're doing to themselves and to the humanity. But if at least that movement, that grassroots movement toward peace and change. Change is hard for anyone on this planet. It really is, of course. But that thing of shame and guilt, their self-empowerment, is that hope that we can bring to them somehow through you guys also, a hope that's everlasting, that lifts them up to say, you're greater than what you've been told, you're more powerful than what you've been told. And it first starts with the self-appreciation, that love for self.
yes, you are correct. There is another being that wishes to come through.
Yes, my friend, it is so wonderful to talk with you to the Yahyel. Much love and appreciation.
Much love to you. Yes, you can say I'm a spiritual counselor. So I deal with your world, but from a distance.
Yes.
But to understand, yes, there's others that wish to come. I will leave you be.
Thank you, my friend. Much love and appreciation.
Yes.
Namaste.
Greetings. Greetings all to your world. I am Frederick the Syrian. I bring much love to your planet. Your tests will be thinning out eventually. Understand that much dark energies here must be thinned out eventually so you can embrace the light and become yourself. These things are happening now, but a wave of neutral energy is coming through so you can find yourself. That is what's happening now. You call an awakening. It's a spiritual awakening, and it is slowly moving across your planet at this time. So you all, those skeptics, anyone who wishes to connect to energies that are of positivity without, you can escape this negative hatred for yourself. If you wish to do this, then you have help. There are many beings, you could say, what do you call an emergency
Specialist.
Yes, something around those lines. You call, they come.
Like angels.
Yes.
Much love, Frederick. This is Brian. Greetings, dear one.
Greetings. Yes, your world is going through, there's many species here that are walking the darkness of your world and letting you as people take control of your planet. Of course, this is the early stages of it. Very early stages. So it's not going to happen tomorrow, but eventually it will through your children's children.
Generations, yes.
Yeah, generation through generation. But it must start somewhere.
Yes.
We've been doing this, it is correct, for a while now, but now we are hitting the gas, you could say. We've been preparing for it, but now we're making our move. Yes.
It is necessary at this time. It's a feeling in the vibration of the planet. You can feel it. It is time. It's gone on too long. It is time.
Those that wish to speak to extraterrestrials will be able to do so in a future time. You are being prepped for your visitation. It will be on a spiritual realm. Understand? It will not be, hello, let's go for beers. Of course, someone like that.
That would be long in the far-flung future, probably, for that to be.
You have other worlds that are like that. Yes, this one.
I wouldn't mind as a human visiting some of those worlds, but I guess we have rules that I can't break yet. So,
in time, yes.
Yes.
You have Zetas appear, and just once you just hang out and watch you drink yourself.
But I respect the behind the scenes, the energies of the Galactic and the others that are protecting the planet. Yes, the Ashtar and the others, and I respect and honor them and for what they've done and what we've done, even in our past lives. We are many of you.
Yes,
we've come here to this planet to bring the seeds and also the seed carriers, the barriers of life. You have many of us have come long ago from Sirius and from other star systems. I remember the wars and the galactics, and I feel bad sometimes because I didn't truly love myself at that time. When I was doing the one that was doing the destroying, when I was harming another, at the time I didn't love myself.
Yes.
I didn't understand that. And now I get to really appreciate this duality. I start to see what I did wrong in a way that was unjust to others. And it's a self-reflection. It helped me realize, we are all magnificent beings. And it's a perception. It's perception. It's like universal. It's here. What is the thing here? Universal matter equals PC, perception, choice. So it's how we view it, how we look at it.
Look at it this way. Look at you now. You've learned from so much from that experience.
Yes.
Always look forward. Never look back.
Yes.
You can look at it. Do not feel bad about your. Yes, I understand you're going to feel bad about your past experiences. That's
what we've done.
Do not let it hold you down.
No, that's the thing. It's what happens to me, I see a self-appreciation. I see what I could have done, but now I say, that's the past. Now from a perspective of command, let me go forward and to help bring hope where I didn't before.
Right.
to help shine light in dark places where I have not yet. But that is my dream now, and my vision is to be an ambassador, not only to Earth, but to those extra realms, the extraterrestrials, to say, my friends, welcome. Let's do this together in a co-creation of love and light, balance, peace, honor.
At this time you are doing it. You just don't realize it. But
yes,
you are doing this right now.
Yes.
You're bringing many together.
And those that are unseen to me that you can see and perceive,
yes.
my friend, I open channel to them, to many, even to the reptilian races and the insectoids. My heart goes out to them if they can feel that, if they can sense that there's strength coming from here. There's an acknowledgement of them. We honor you, my friends, from an ambassador, from Earth. I acknowledge you. I respect you. I honor you. Let's work together. Let's make this a win-win planet.
Of course, we can only give your world information. It is what you do with it. We can give you spiritual downloads and information, and you choose to do what you want with it. That's all we can do. We can't interfere too much.
As a request which I have asked also the Yahyel, was to show the ship, the lights in the sky a little to raise vibration a little bit. At maybe a sporting event, a baseball game, a football game, where you have thousands that are gathered. And it doesn't mean that you have to show the ship all full in its glory, but yet you could show the lights and maybe form patterns and triangles and squares and circles in the sky, which at least, like they said, those that are in their seats and observing are not fearful, but yet they're curious. It drives a curiosity within them. And then they start to question everything around them. It brings hope. It plants the seeds for which you do, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you. As for doing that, it is a possibility. Many of our Sirian family have a different way of doing things, but we will keep that in mind.
Just a suggestion, just something just to, like you said, it's those that are observers. They're just being the observers. They're just seeing. There's no harm done to them. They're just observing. They're just seeing. They're speculating, but it gives them hope. It breaks beyond the, that's not a plane. It doesn't move like an airplane. That's not a helicopter. That's not a flare. But it brings hope. It's something just a little bit to get the spark that gets those wheels turning within them. You see?
Yes. There are Nordics are mostly known for this, and other species, but your Nordics are, they just wish to bring life back into this world as it once was during time of Lemuria and Atlantis.
Yes, the Seven Sisters, yes.
To bring back these old memories. It is happening slowly.
Yes, I
and
understand.
it will increase over time.
Yes.
And those on your world will realize they will have dreams of past lives on other worlds. This will increase over time.
Yes, to allow the remembrance to come back.
Yes.
Yes.
This is something we are working on as Syrians.
And especially within the DNA, the soul memory. Allow them to remember a little bit more, where they can start to say, this is not just one planet, we're born and then we die and that's it. It's to bring hope.
Yes, it's like, I really am a weirdo, aren't I? I really am from somewhere else after all.
There you go.
Yes, that is how we are engineering our outlook on your world.
The energy that you bring to the planet is wonderful. It's something that touches the cells within the human, that starts to question their own divinity. It reaches out beyond the veil. That brings hope. That uplifts humanity. They might not understand the minutia behind it, the energy behind it, but yet they can start to appreciate, something's happening within me. Know that I'm not going crazy, but there's something else. There's something missing. You see?
Yes. And as I said, at this time, we are going through all your chakras across your world to see what we can activate to bring you back into your true self.
Yes.
We are doing this on small scales, but this is how we operate.
Yes. It's much appreciative. Anything that you bring just that very fact that you do this. Thank you.
Yes, because it is like a sighting within yourself. You are
Yes.
seeing, and then you'll be able to see other who's in
Yes.
the sky today, basically.
Because the vibration, things activated within the DNA, they remember. It brings back that remembrance. Ah, there's something there. I
Yeah.
remember it. I just can't put my finger on it yet, but I'm starting to appreciate it. I want to see more.
Yes, at
Yes.
this time we are blowing life into this world, just
Yes.
like any other species, preparing it.
Yes.
Because it's so much easier if you wake yourselves up than us having to
do it
appear out
for
of
us.
nowhere. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing. That's why I only mention about the lights in the sky sometimes around big stadiums with thousands of people, just to spark a little bit.
There are Weirins that are considering this.
Yes.
And your Griffith near, it's a possibility. Understand there's a lot of attention on them at this time.
Yes.
But it is in the debate. I believe that will be something they will consider, though. Definitely. When the time is right, of course.
Yes, when the time is right. Of course.
Fascinating. There is someone else that wishes to come through. That was all I have to say.
My friend Frederick, much love and appreciation to the Sirian energy.
Those from Sirius, we bless this world so much. We have so many of our starseeds here.
Yes, and I am one of them.
Yes, you are. I was not going to mention that, but yes. But it is time to end the frustration.
Yes, the shame, the guilt. Yes.
The shame of past lives, what you have done here.
Karma, break the cycle of karma. That's got to stop.
Yes, and it will, over time.
Yes.
Greetings to you.
Much love and appreciation. Namaste, my friend.
Brian. Hello.
Greetings, dear one. I am Brian. Thank you.
I'm what you call a tall blonde.
Ah, a Nordic?
Yes.
Ah, I miss you guys. I remember in the soul essence of who you are. I miss you.
You can call me Julius.
Nice to meet you, my friend.
Yes, you have a history with us, if you were
Yes.
aware of it.
Yes.
As the Earth was growing, we were here to help it, assist it, to finding out what it was. And as it was finding out what it was Atlantis was born, Lemuria was born.
Yes.
But then other species came and changed the game. And Earth humans could not handle the change, and it actually wished to experience new things, such as darkness.
Ah, I see.
The wish to, because understand, look how much you learn when you don't remember anything.
I know that's the that's the challenging part.
Yes,
Forgetting
it is.
the amnesia.
The amnesia, the cruelty of this world.
Yes.
Yes, it is over the top, but it is what you wanted.
But in retrospect, I do see the universal picture. I do see what we're teaching other races by doing this.
Much, yes.
Yes.
Because I understand many races come here and they get drunk here, as you would call it. They get
Yes.
addicted to controlling and doing what's not in your best interests. But they have learned.
Yes.
Anunnaki has learned. Reptilians have sort of learned.
They're getting there. They are. Yes.
They are. Yes, they are. They have the best sense of humor across the universe.
And we think we're full of ego.
Yeah. They are a house of cards.
And some of them are also master geneticists.
Yes, they are.
It's amazing. Yes. But what's so amazing about, there was a show that I watched on television, and I forget the name of the show, Farscape. It's called Farscape. It's kind of like the Atlanteans, Stargates and stuff. But they showed this Farscape, and they showed all these different races, and they were shooting lasers back and forth at each other until they aborted each other's ship, and they came to a conclusion, and they saw a giant black hole in the distance, and it started swallowing up their ships. And it started crumbling their empire, pulling their ships in this black hole. And they realized they had to make a huge decision. And they made the decision, it's better to work together and cooperate than fight and kill each other.
Yes.
They so longed to be right, but they forgotten that it took cooperation over competition. And the beauty of that is they worked together in the end, and they saved their species.
Excellent.
It's beautiful, my friend.
Yes.
I make a request to the Nordics. If there's an opportunity in my lifetime, not saying when or how, but I'm very open to physically take a ride on your ship and to see a mothership. In my lifetime, these physical eyes would love that opportunity.
Within your astral state, you have already done this, but
I know, but to really feel the five senses, you know what I mean.
in the physical state, that is possible.
I know.
Of course, you'll have dreams that you will remember us.
I very much so, I do, but it's not for the human to truly enjoy that.
Yeah.
If possible.
It is in debate, but I cannot give you any guarantees. There's rules on your world. We cannot oblige.
I understand.
I believe the Greys have already done this in some ways.
Yes.
Let's put it that way. But for us to do that is possibility for your future, but we cannot give you any guarantee.
That's why I left it up. No time limit.
Yes. We will see. Anything's possible for that. I imagine the Zetas will be faster on that because their whole abduction program was sort of against the rules anyway.
So the ones in your guys in the history of the Nordic races, did you branch off from Vega, from Lyra?
Yes.
Or were there others? Okay.
Yes, we just go with that. Yes.
Okay.
We are like a race after Lyra, but yes, we evolved by ourselves.
Yes.
A large group. Yes, you call us radicals. That is true in a good way, of course.
No. It's kind of like the same Nordics of the Billy Meyer story.
Oh yes, of course. They are very
Kata and Semyaze. Yes.
They have different priorities, but they are us in many ways.
But I respect that. I honor that because I understand sometimes when you're part of a federation or a group, they have certain demands of you, and it's not that they're, I don't want to say controlling, but yet you feel that you're more sufficient if you do it your way in a way and help Earth. Exactly. It's like, it's not that you're, just being cold, but yet you're more sufficient, mobile, and doing it your own way.
Yes. It's like turning the dial on your world. We are doing it differently than others.
Right.
We are letting other species into this world to assist it.
Yes.
And at this time, those of darker nature, we are speaking to them on a daily basis. Because we love them. Of course, their love back is sort of not as you would think. But that's okay.
Yes.
Talk to everyone.
You guys are very intelligent.
Yep.
That's the thing. It's like it's movement into a way where I know the mentality of the insectoids, and they're very rough with humans, and even certain reptilian races. But it's like, how can we talk to them in a way? How can we assist them that they can start to let down their guard in a way? They start to grow a heart in a way that's more warm-blooded. You know what I mean?
They are. It's just not as fast as we wish.
Yes.
They are growing a heart. Some of them, they are hard on humans, but they do not realize it. But
Sure.
not all are rough with humans, but some of them are because they don't understand them.
The mentality, right.
That is all. You're opposite of them in many ways, but in many ways you're the same.
Yes.
So it is. It's hard for them to adjust. It's like any other extraterrestrial.
That is interesting. It's this past year. What's really nice is that Ivan allowed the reptilian energy to come through, and especially the men in black too, just to get a better feel of who they are.
That is true.
So humanity cannot so much fear them. It gets the fear to really understand why they do the things they do.
And those are here at this time.
Yes.
Listening.
Yes.
And your chance to connect with them is highly probable.
My friend, this message goes out to all of them. I appreciate that what you do behind the scenes. Sometimes it's looked or frowned upon as evil. That even though that you're only following orders.
Yes.
You're only
Right.
Those races. They're only following orders from a hierarchy, and I understand that, and I know to play the game of duality. But yet, my friends, let's make this a win-win. Let's start to shift this planet in a way that can be appreciative of all the races. It's not one-sided against another. There's a time of love and light, love and life, where it's settled, this planet.
We tell them this every day. And our results are always scattered. But we never lose hope. We never end communications. We talk to everyone across the universe. All we want is it to move forward. We speak to your governments. We speak to anybody who will listen to help raise the world's vibration. Even those humans here, we will speak to them, but they do not understand us. But we
will listen to you, my friend. We are open. It's a grassroots movement. I know the leaders they represent us. We voted them into power, but yet sometimes this greed got into them. Something changed within them over time. It became generational. It was more about survival.
Well,
they got into this.
Yes, what happened is they were doing fine, and then someone with a lot of money showed up and sort of took over everything. That's how it really happened. So they were bought off, basically. And that happened over times around your 1700s.
Yes, the secret societies, these groups that were rised up behind the scenes.
Yes, they paid their way in, basically.
Underground, yes.
1976, that was part, actually, of the Illuminati also. They assisted in that to make that happen.
So this was the big oil companies or the bankers of the world at the time?
Of course, yes.
Yes.
And they wish to make this country independent, falsely thinking it's independent, and necessarily it is still being controlled by England and things of that sort. It's just...
And the churches.
But it is free, yes. But it is free in some ways. You understand.
So they enjoy the game still. They want to play this game.
It all depends on your definition of free. You are free, but are you truly free? Can you be really yourself?
That's the thing. Can we feel as a humanity that we're free? It's a feeling. Do we feel that we're free?
Express yourself and still have a job? Most likely not.
Yeah, that's another thing.
If you talk about believe in aliens, see how that goes for you.
Exactly. You've already been there, done that.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. It's like you are free, but to
a degree.
But you are getting there. It will happen eventually, yes. Where you can say whatever you want and you're truly free. That will happen.
It does something about the self. I think that is the most vulnerable. It's being vulnerable within the self, truly seeing their vulnerabilities the strength, the weaknesses, it's just judgment. But yet, when we can truly appreciate ourselves, there's nothing that we have to push against.
Yeah.
There's not so much a war mentality of the mind. There's not so much this I'm right, you're wrong. They start to truly love themselves. So it does start with the self, that spirit that comes up. This is another thing about the DNA. That's I've done this in past lifetimes, but yet it's something about the DNA, the spirit of love, this universal spirit of love that connects us and binds us with everything. It's something that's a lot of the races that have forgotten over the years. They've forgotten about that self-love, that self-appreciation,
Yes, they have. It has been lost for a very long time.
Yes.
And those that self-love themselves are seen as crazy. Walk
Right.
around with a smile on their face, enjoying life for what it is, not exactly agreeing with it. They are seen as crazy when you tune things of that sort.
Right.
And it should be the other way around. Your Native Americans, that is where...
They're so connected with the land.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's how your world should be also. You do not have to live in a teepee to do that. You should not have to live in as that.
Right.
You can still live in a house and be connected to Mother Nature.
Yes.
And that is what we're working on this planet. Those of the drug
Mentality. Yes.
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 Those, you call it marijuana, let's put it that way. Those are very open to our energies. They see us and they don't know what they're seeing.
Right.
And they see extraterrestrials. So this is where we have our hope at this time. It might seem humorous to many, but at least it's somewhere.
Right.
So maybe everyone in your Washington should smoke them up. Smoke them up to get this going. And those in religious groups do the same thing.
Yeah. It's the funny thing about the religion, they're so good at putting fear into people, the shame, the guilt,
Yes.
that you're not good enough, that you need God's forgiveness, always obey, get on your knees and worship. The whole ideal of worship, even. There's really no need to worship.
No. Worship yourself.
Love thyself.
Love thyself. Worship yourself.
Self-appreciation.
You are God.
That's not being self-centered. That's not being negative. That's not being disrespectful to God. That's
No.
the one thing that humans forget on the planet.
Yes.
But you're right. It's ingrained in doctrine. And
Yes, it is giving. When you worship yourself, you're giving yourself power. You're giving yourself full power in becoming your true self.
And if you truly love yourself, will there be a necessity to truly harm another? No.
There is another one. There's two. I'll
Yes.
let one come through.
I'm good for another hour if Ivan feels up to it.
Oh, yes, of course. He's fine.
This is I would like to continue these once or twice a month with Ivan.
That
I
is
think this is
fine.
very beneficial to many.
We are fine with that. There'll be other entities, not just us. There'll be several others, but
Yes.
not to say we individuals, but several others will be coming through.
My friend, for the energy which you allow. Thank you.
Thank you. Blessings to you.
Blessings. Namaste.
I'm getting used to this. There. You can call me Agent A. Greetings, Ryan.
Greetings, dear ones. Much love and appreciation for that which you are.
Us at the Men in Black are not all negative. Most of us are, though, in nature, but not.
But was that designed that way?
Yeah, many were, yes.
Ah,
To be easily controlled. But you can still have a positive side to you. But you must do as you're told or you'll be eliminated. That's unfortunate, but that's how we were contracted, as you say.
there's something within me that had to talk to you. The spirit wanted to guide me toward you. I need to know. There's certain things that I've been wanting to ask you, but it's a good thing because it's shedding light in dark places, my friend.
It is sure. It certainly is.
I understand the things that you do sometimes against your feeling within you,
Yes.
and that being even sometimes a created being or those who are cloned. I understand that they are even. There has to come a point within themselves that they feel that what they do is justified.
Unfortunately, we are contracted to
Yes.
do negative things, mostly to humans, not extraterrestrials.
All right.
Some do have battles out with extraterrestrials, but we're mostly trying to cover their tracks.
I understand.
Delete their videos.
Sure.
They're erased.
I understand.
As for channeling, it is not a powerful enough medium for us to worry about it, but there is a chance it might be at one time. Or we start tampering with that next. But that might give us attention, so we are still evaluating.
Yes, it will. It will give you lots of attention. But the good thing, the universe is amazing. How behind the scenes, one thing that you thought that wouldn't work could work. There's a freedom, there's a ticket home for many of you. Deep inside, I feel that there's something within this control, of course. We, even as humans, are being easily manipulated. The mass media, of course, we're easily manipulated. But there's something within you that stirs within you. It's something like the movie Star Wars. Remember the light in the dark?
Yes.
Remember the Luke and Darth Vader. And he said, I feel the good within you. I feel something. I might not always understand it or agree with what you guys do sometimes, but you know what? I appreciate that which you are because you're following orders.
Yes.
You're only following orders. And even though deep inside, you may feel at times that there's really no reason to harm another. But you're only doing what you're told.
Yes, we must do what we are told or we are harmed ourselves, understand.
Understood.
By reptilian races mostly, sometimes grays, with a mental charger that goes into our heads to give us pain.
I
So
understand.
we must be cooperative.
If we can reach their hearts, but yet they're so, yes, their ego, but yet there's something within, there's a weakness, but not so much, they see it as strength, but yet there's something within the reptilian energy that's shifting slightly. Mostly the feminine, what you call female reptilians.
Yes.
There's something changing inside of them. And this is the wonderful thing that hasn't been seen, is in the DNA, within their own vibration. There is a stir, an energy, an outside force too,
Right,
that is moving them, that it will slowly seep into their very core of who they are, that they'll start to wake up and question that which they are, why they do the things they do, and do they truly have to harm another?
There are certain reptilians where this will not work with because they are so thick with their DNA, their embodiment, that will not work with many.
Would it call
So it will.
with the full blood reptilians? Yes.
Full-blood.
Is there a way that they can be hybridized in a way?
They can change their viewpoints. Which
Yes.
is not, at this time they did not do this.
Yes.
But it is possible. They see what's happening here, such as this channeling. It is bringing fear to them
Oh, they don't have to be afraid, my friends.
Yes.
My friends, all we are just, we want to understand and to appreciate that which you are. For us to better understand why you do the things, the control, the fear. We understand about the control of this world, but why not make it a win-win? Why not build domes on the outer or the inner kingdoms where we can have a dialogue where we don't have to fear one another anymore? We don't have to push against each other. You can live in peace in your realm. We can live in peace in our realm. It can be a win-win for the planet, not a domination or control.
Well, understand those that reptilians are, not all, but some they're enjoying your world in its sleep. Many are becoming very similar to you, where fear is becoming their problem. And fearing you waking up to them. See, they're enjoying watching you guys. They're enjoying watching you do as you do, and they can go around and play with you and get you to get in fights and things of that sort.
Here's the thing. What if, say, I came up to one of them and gave them a hug? Or if I came up to the men in black, which would probably be impossible, but yet if I gave you guys a hug, a handshake, to say thank you, my friend. I appreciate that which you do. I understand. I might not always understand it, you're following orders, but to build a dialogue, at least this is happening. Thank you.
Yes, a handshake would work with us. Reptilian, give him a big kiss on the head.
Just stir them up a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys would get a good laugh at that.
Yes, they are. They are fun.
No, and here's the thing: to the races, no disrespect. No disrespect. We're just wanting to understand, to appreciate you guys behind the scenes, what you do and what you. Others see it as fear, manipulation, control. Yes, to all an extent, those who dwell on this planet, to a certain degree, that happens everywhere on the planet. But yet, there is something happening. There's a shift within the DNA. There's something that's coming. There's an awareness that cannot be controlled no longer. It has to be this way. I do agree with the men in black about those who stay asleep should stay asleep because they choose it. They choose that.
It is for their better.
It is for their betterment and for them to live in a 3D dimensional world of eating, living, however they choose. But those that want to know a little bit more, they should be allowed to know a little bit more. Because what happens is they can start to appreciate that which you are and not fear you guys as much. Not to bring light in dark places.
Some are awakened for a visitation, but they are so afraid of it. That's where you have your issue. Some are aware, are open to extraterrestrial energies, but some wish to stay in a sleep mode, but still talk about them. They want to know about them, but not everything. They want to stay in this awe moment of that they might exist, but we're not sure.
I also do understand why, what you say, a cleanup crew, the Zetas or others that may want to make themselves known right in front of everybody. That's and how that you intercede, you intercept, and you with the rays. I've seen the rays shot from Earth. I've seen the videos where there's an energy shot up. I'm aware of these things to push those ships out of the way, to warn them. I have seen this. I understand it, and I appreciate that which it is. But for me, going around talking about that, no, I do not. I'm very silent. I keep to myself, but I do appreciate. I just want to understand why and how and I'll just throw this out there. My son, he joked around with me. He said, "Dad," he said, "with the Men in Black, it sounds like a scary name, Men in Black, but it's not. What if they changed it to something more peaceful? Like, how about a peace armada, or a he's just throwing things out there to where it's more maybe like a instead of the Men in Black, it's what's actually in a way you guys do that. It's a silencer, but yet it's a peaceful. You're trying to keep the peace in a way.
That is true. Keep the peace. We understand your world can be wakened up. But
Very
that's not our agenda. I mean,
And it would also cause fear.
Yeah.
But I understand why it causes fear within people if they're woken up that fast.
But we can even do things to even help that. I mean, we can help awaken up your world in 2 or 3 days.
My friend, I understand why it's not allowed, but I respect those of reptilian energy that wants to control it, that wants to keep everything hush-hush, even the governments. Even if the reptilians were out of the way, the government would find some way to keep it quiet also. Even the religious organizations would want to keep it. So even whether the reptilians are here or not, there's a fear from tampering with that which doesn't exist. Yes.
Reptilians, the negative, or however you want to call them, Draconians, get a high off of this world.
Oh, it's the feeding of energy. I understand. Yes, the life force.
Why would you want to let that go? Look at those drug addicts on your world. They cannot get off the high, and that is what they are going through.
So it's an energy feeding.
Correct.
I understand now.
So when you look at that point of view, doesn't it all make sense?
Yes.
So if they can't have this world, why should you? So they'll destroy it because no one can get the high off of it anymore and move on.
But yeah, it's even to the men in black, it's not a benefit.
No.
Because deep down inside, they would be losing this world also, to the enjoyment of this world also.
Exactly.
And who would truly benefit from that if anybody else couldn't enjoy that?
Exactly.
And it should be a win-win for everybody. That's what I was saying. And maybe reptilians can live in domes or something on the out, not so much in the dark caverns all the time. Could they?
Yes.
Could they live on the surface?
Most likely not.
Okay.
There's a chance. Most likely they'll be taken off this world, but
yes,
it is possible, but most likely not. After all of what they've done to this planet, most likely not.
I guess it would be given humanity's forgiveness for what they've done in a way. It's given them a benefit of the doubt. That's all.
That is true. There's different ways of looking at it. Everyone has their own perspectives of it.
Right. Interesting.
Let me go. There's another one which is to come through.
My friend, Agent A, much love and appreciation to the men in black. Thank you.
I have to give this one a rest. Blessings.
Thank you. Yeah, get some drink. This is really good stuff, Ivan. This is really good. Yeah, if you want to bring through one more, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, we got one more. Oh, it's like I need to do something. Oh, 1 second. Okay, there's a reptilian right here. He said he wanted to come through.
Okay. Much love and appreciation for him. Yes, that's fine.
Cool. I didn't think we were going to do all of these, but this is working out really good because they just come in with a short discussion and they're on their way.
Yes, if you feel comfortable once or twice a month with me, I would appreciate that. Yes.
Sure.
Good stuff. And this will benefit everyone. Yes.
Okay. I forgot how small these bodies are. Wow. God damn it. Oh. gotta get in there so I can talk a little bit easier. Damn.
Understood. Take your time, my friend.
You can call me Dvorak.
Dvorak.
Greetings.
Greetings,
I know-
dear one. I am Brian.
I'm one of those medium reptilians.
Ah, like Grindel?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
All right.
I'm not from his group, but we're the same. We're the same deal.
Yes.
So what's on your mind?
To better understand reptilians' patterns, thought patterns.
Why do you want to know that? We're just.
But I appreciate that which you are.
Yes.
I honor that which you are.
We honor you too for putting up with us.
Thank you, my friend. But I want to know ways that we can dialogue to understand one another. We don't have to fear one another. To get it, at least from humanity's point of view. There's so much fear of reptilian.
Yes, but we don't exactly look like you, so that doesn't help much now, does it?
Yes, but we get at least a picture sometimes through the dinosaurians, through the iguanas, through, certain creatures. But yet, if we can truly understand, appreciate, and understand that there's this fear that doesn't really have to exist.
Realize that those that do not have reptilian DNA are afraid of us. Those that never experienced reptilians in their past lives, if they did, it was negative, so they're scared of us. Other than that, everybody loves us.
Yes, we're starting to learn. The more that Ivan brings through and allows you guys through, we start to see a different picture. We understand. We start to understand and appreciate that which you are. As a race, as the empire, we understand that.
You do realize that we are in your culture, such as your Kardashian, those are reptilians.
They're beautiful, though.
Yes, they are. Well, some of them are.
Some of them. Yes.
You wonder where we are. There we are. You want to know what reptilian looks like, and you guys are all taking pictures of them.
It's the
Surprise.
Yes, so it's a vibration that the average human doesn't see, but only sees the outside, but not the inside.
Yes, of course. Look what's in the inside.
Yes.
Some of them are reptilian starseeds, not all.
Oh, here's the big question then: those that are those reptilian starseeds, say the Kardashians, for an example, do they even realize that they're extraterrestrial? Do they know that?
No,
they only see themselves as
themselves right now.
Ah.
They have reptilian DNA. Kim is one of us. She just she's so wrapped up in your human life that she has no clue. She might have seen it at one time, and then now she's like, forget that crap. She can to be away from all that. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yes.
Become more human. Forget about your ET connections. Forget about us.
How does that make you feel inside when they forget who they are? Do you care?
Well,
reptilian energy care.
We understand you have to come here and learn, so we just sort of sit back and let you do your thing. We think it's funny how you don't care, that you're just like scared out of your mind. Some aren't, are. But I realize reptilian stuff is good for you. It just gives you, human, power, like superpowers.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we can, you guys are almost fearless, aren't you, as a race?
Yeah, mostly yes.
That's the thing that humanity needs, a kick in the butt.
Yes.
Become fearless. This is what Grindel's helping us with, and others. Is to help, in a way, get some of that whininess, that fear base out of us, to start to, stand up for where we can, as humanity, we can start to be honored among the reptilians. Honored for taking command and taking charge of the world.
Reptilian energies will help wake up your world because people won't be scared anymore.
There you go. So there is a benefit from you, many of you.
At least to get you out of this third density that many wish to leave, to wake up, and many on your spirit world wishes you to wake up. It is time. This was all predestined as your world was being, as the inception of your world. This was all planned.
It was interesting with the Luciferian energy, with Satan and Lucifer.
Yes.
These of Caligastia and Dalagastia, these energies of long ago. This was very interesting to me. And yet I have some memory of that, but yet I don't. But yet, it's in the soul essence, this cellular remembrance that we have as humans, activated within the DNA strands. But we have something that's very similar to you. We have the ego personality construct. To be honest with you, we thank your kind for these things, these gifts that you've gifted humanity. Your evolution was long before ours.
Of course.
So we honor you in that regard. You can be our forefathers to a certain degree, yes, helping with the evolution of humanity.
Yes, it was true. That is true. It was first reptilians and insectoids, and then the cats showed up.
Now, how did that go down?
And that didn't go down too well.
Now, who wanted the control there?
I'm not naming names. I wasn't there, but
the forefathers of long ago. Yes.
Yeah, Grandpa.
In incarnational energy, some of us were.
Yes, correct. This wasn't all reptilians. It's just a small group. So we all get a bad rap for just a small, just like your world does. Two races. One race does one thing bad. Everybody hates them.
That's where you guys come in to shed light in dark places in a way.
Yes.
By your communication, by your very courage and your, I'm going to say, you know who you are. Yes. Humans forgot that. And maybe that was a part of our learning, to forget who we are and to come to a planet and forget, have the amnesia, the deep amnesia, to know that we are all very powerful.
Of course.
We are creator beings, but we forgot that.
Oh, realize that. Oh, what was I going to say? One moment. Your evolution is helping other races. You know this.
Yes.
It's helping us.
Yes, you guys. That's why we want to know. How can we assist you? How can we assist the reptilian races to wake up even their evolution? To maybe move into a more neutral, not so, especially those of a negative kind.
The negative kind are very difficult to deal with. The chances of changing them is very, very low. Those that are positive in the neutral area, easily connected. Those that are negative or have their minds. You have this on your world.
Yes, very deeply. It runs
here. You can't get them out.
It's very difficult. I understand.
War will change their minds. If they lose a battle, then they might change. Maybe some have, but not always.
Yes.
But realize on your world, this race situation here is just
it's terrible.
Yes, it is.
It's our own flesh and blood fighting and killing each other.
Yes.
Our own humans doing that to humans.
Just over skin color.
Over skin color. That's ridiculous.
All races are intelligent in different ways.
Yes.
We understand there's different ways of thinking, and some don't like others for their thinking. But just to do it for race, for the color of your skin.
Just by even the way that we speak or the language barriers. One speaks a different language. Even the extraterrestrials, those who speak different languages. Reptilians have their own dialogue.
Of course.
And the Lyrians have theirs. And if we can come together somehow in a platform of putting things aside and seeing what we have in common instead of the differences.
Well, think of it. If a reptilian showed up and everyone got racist on him, guess what? The reptilian would kick everybody's ass.
Yeah, there you go. There's a fear in that.
In some ways.
Yes.
But
yes,
they don't realize that there's more out there than just you humans.
We need to be aware of that. This is why we respect you and honor you. You can assist us in these ways also, my friends. All of you that can hear this channel. And we appreciate that. But you're right. It is our planet. We have to step up as humanity. We need to start to take command. We can't be babied all the time. And sometimes we need a kick in the butt. Yes.
Babied.
But that's why I appreciate the reptilian energy showing us what we could be doing differently.
What you could be doing differently is something, love each other. You have difference just over skin color. And as others have said, it's your past lives that's starting that crap.
Yeah, it's this karma, this cycle of karma,
That's a lot of
this debt that we have to repay somehow. Where did that all come about? Atlantean times?
Yes, it's just that people don't know how to let go of things. You know, you might have been a slave owner in one life, but you don't have to keep being a slave owner in your next one.
Right.
Get rid of that mentality. Jeez, show some love. They don't know love. They're trying to be smart. Oh, I'm so smarter than you, but there's no love there.
Yeah, there's no compassion. Can I ask you, even in your races, you have an honor code, you have a strength code. So other races, from your point of view as a reptilian, do you see when humans stand up in their power and they take command, does that enlighten you guys? Do you say, wow, there's that human that can be a leader, that visionary leader?
Sometimes, yes. Oh, yeah. Anybody that's tough, that goes against your grain, we love them.
And you mean like honor and respect. You don't say love as much, but I understand your feelings and emotions are more of honor, a code of honor.
Well, even your politicians, as shady as they are, you have to give them credit for what they're doing. You know.
Yes, they're masters of their craft. That's right.
They got their thing. You give them that.
Yes.
They might not agree with what they're doing, but that's all we can. What were you supposed to do?
It's interesting. Yes.
Oh, but they're brave. I give them that.
Yes, the bravery, the courage to
what people say about them. They keep doing their bullshit.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Give you an illusion of an election.
Yes,
it's quite humorous on our side.
Well, tell me that behind the scenes. Are the reptilians really running the shows with the elections?
Of course. Most of your elites, but the reptilians assist.
Okay.
They have their own agendas. And when the reptilians get pissed off at your elites, they go around screwing around with everything. You know, they don't get their way.
So it's family versus family then.
Exactly. There's so much backstabbing that nobody sees.
Aren't they? That's what I'm wondering. Won't even those that are negative, don't they see that this is? I guess they don't, because that's the mentality of reptilians for those. It's like this vicious cycle. They don't even see what they're doing. No. They can't step back and see the universal picture, can they?
Some can. They don't care usually.
Yeah.
Some do. I don't know. Your world is not ready for us, but they do have our energy though. But they do not use it.
Yes.
Meaning strength. Many in your Olympics, there's strength there. Those in business, I guess that's strength. More sellout, but strength, I guess.
Yes.
Going to a job that you don't like to go to, that is strength, actually.
But do you see why they do it? They see for survival, paying the bills. They feel like they have to, or they're not surviving.
Yeah, that's hard to go to. I mean, that's quite a strive right there to do that.
I know.
You'd be surprised how strong you got by doing that. At least you're still building yourself up. I understand that so many here do not like their jobs, but you're building yourself up. You're getting stronger as a human being. So in some ways that works out for you. You just don't realize it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But it's okay. It's also better to have a job that you want,
or at least a job that helps pay the bills, but yet you're starting to slowly move forward into a direction. That's the thing I guess you're saying is take action. Exactly. It might not always be a positive one, but at least you'll learn from it.
Well, yeah, even those that do jobs they don't enjoy, you grow. Even if you make mistakes because you don't care about being there, you grow. You grow through everything. So it's just another way of learning. That's all.
I see.
It's quite a unique test they have on this world.
Yes, especially in the universe. This is I'd say it's one of the hottest beds everyone's looking at right now.
Yes, because you're getting close to wakening up.
Yes.
So you're getting close to being part of the Galactic Federation of Light, so you're getting all this attention. Everybody loves you, kind of.
But how can we be closer also with you guys? Could it be allowed?
Of course. We are friendly to your race, but the other ones, not so much.
We understand.
But even ones that are negative, I believe we'll be able to still connect with you.
Right.
Depending on the decisions made once you finally go into 4D.
Yes.
But you got a long ways to go to get to
The majority of humanity, yes, that's true.
yes. But you are moving smoothly in the early stages. That is complimentary. That is stellar for us to watch it happen.
What would be nice is the human that can live a lot longer. We can start to live hundreds of years instead of the average.
Eventually, that will happen. Eventually, yeah.
Yes.
But not right now. Many can only get, they can't even get through their life here as it is. Can you imagine that?
Yes, I understand. Here's a suggestion for all the negative reptilian energies and insectoids and even the humans. Just play a video game. Why take it out on humans?
Yeah. Well, they do, actually. Well, technically, you're a video game if you want to look at it like that.
Yeah, it's a holodeck, a hologram, yes.
Yeah.
I understand. It's interesting.
Chessboard, as they call this world in some ways. As everyone has different perspectives.
Yeah.
But our race, our reptilian race, wants to be a part of humanity.
Yes.
Of course, we look a little bit strange, but we think we're better looking. But that is up to you.
Exactly. Just the eye of the beholder.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's just like you said. Because you're born into it. You're born with a certain look, a style, a smell, even human smell. I mean, we have the sensations. Our evolution is slightly different, but yet we share so much commonality with you.
Oh, we're even working on our dinner manners so that when we get to find not like eating everybody or things of that sort. You know what I mean?
Well, that's nice that you guys can evolve where you don't have to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. And we still eat the flesh of chickens and
that will change eventually.
Yeah.
Most
likely. I think it'll go more toward dietarian eventually, or
most
more
likely,
yes, juicy. Yes, the liquid. Yes.
Yes, the chickens and stuff. Some might get a bite here and there a little bit, but most will be vegetarian on your world in due time.
And that's the wonderful day that comes, is where we can really extend our hands, our cooperation with many of you, and to say, hey, let's work together in cooperation. Let's make it a win-win. Let's really explore this galaxy together, not just one-sided all the time. But I understand that the fear of humans taking the war mentality out into outer space. I understand there's also a concern with the negativity of humanity going and warring and taking other worlds over, trying to control, just like the reptilians did with us and others. So there is a fear of that. There's a concern of that in the galactic.
Oh, yes. I mean, you're a future human or human right now? Human right now?
Right now, even too. Right now. The dark projects, yes.
Yes, and your future human too is a worry also.
Ah.
There is a possibility of that.
I guess that's where the genetics come in with
look into your history. It's not exactly...
I know.
I mean, and those will look in that past and say, oh, look, we used to rule stuff. Well, let's go over to planets and do that.
But it was so barbaric. It was so barbaric. True. Yes.
Some don't learn.
Yes.
The universe has to learn. They're well aware of it.
Yes.
You'll have light here and you'll have dark. Understand that. That's how your world works.
Yes, I can see a darkness for quite some time. It'll be a long time.
Yes.
Hundreds and hundreds of years still.
Yes.
But yet it'll start to slowly deplete as the human empowers themselves. Yes.
In your future, there will be some groups that will be like your reptilians. And just go off.
Mixing the DNA. Yes, the combination of species.
They'll go off and do their thing, do their raping or whatever you want to call it. So
it'll be another learning pool, another stage of learning in different systems, star systems. I understand.
Things will get somewhat more complicated. But you all here will know how to deal with them. You understand?
Because we learned the hard way. We were controlled.
Yes.
Exactly. We're understanding this now.
Yes. And some of you will be brothers and sisters of these people.
Yes.
So it's just another experience.
Another experience. That's really all.
Not an easy experience, but right here, this isn't easy. So,
and some people feel that this is a hell itself because we're, heaven and hell. We can make our own hell, our own reality.
Yes.
On Earth.
So
because what we go through, what we put up with, what we're choosing to accept.
Correct.
Interesting. Yeah, the whole thing about that, and that's why I go back to the Bible about the Luciferian and the serpent in the garden and this reptilian energies and you know it's that's the thing. You guys get a bad rap for all that, and that's not really partially for you guys. It's not you really. There were other races involved in that.
Yeah, exactly. It was not.
And that's why I thank you for coming forth and shedding light on that, to share the show that it wasn't all you guys. There were other races, Nordics, others.
Oh, yes. Nordics.
Yes.
Some insectoids. Some
Anunnaki.
at one time, yes. Anunnaki still screwing around somewhere.
But they do it more for positive, don't they? Or are they still negative?
They're still negative somewhere.
Yeah.
Across the universe, not here.
Okay.
But the Anunnaki is dealing with it, along with actually Nordics. But yes, there's Nordics here that are negative. Insectoids, some grays, not as many as used to. But there's still some that are kind of screwed up in the head, you know? They have their own, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Interesting. Is there anything else that you would like to share from your civilization, my friend?
This time, message to your future human.
Yes.
That reptilians are within your DNA. Get used to it.
Yes.
But we will all become a family in the future. We'll be all living together instead of separate, as we are now. I must go.
My friend, for you and to your race, much love and appreciation and strength.
Thank you. Greetings to you.
Namaste. That was good.
Yep.
Very good, Ivan.
Okay. All right. We just shut it down. That's a wrap. And thank you all. Good night.
Thank you.